It's been a few days. I'll wait a second and see if anybody jumps on here. I want everybody to hear it all. Hear it all. It's been a day though, man. If you're catching me on the replay, #replay. If you're here with me, say hi so I know you're here. I got my phone sideways so I can't see. Man, the past 12 hours, yo. Yeah. I got all kinds of news, but I'll try to. Hey, Katie, how you doing, darling? Hey, Ray. So, I'll give y'all the events that's happened over the past couple days. Maybe on the mind dump tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But today, oh my. Oh, wow. God showed off, man. He really did. But don't he always? What's happening, dude? Okay, y'all, so I'm a grandma. Yeah, I'm not just a Mimi, I'm a grandma. There is something to be said about God, the universe, source, whatever, our creator, continuing our bloodline, man. Oh God. Yeah, it was a very eventful birth. I'll start at the beginning and try to go all the way through the end. I don't want to waste y'all's time, but I just got to tell y'all. I can't do a picture post or anything yet until Mama and Daddy gives me permission. But I did get their permission. They told me I could finally tell everybody. At about 5 o'clock yesterday, my baby started having contractions, and they started at 5 minutes apart. So after about 4 or 5 of them, she come over here. We was going to walk a little bit. Yesterday she was 36 weeks and 5 days. So she's, hey y'all. So anyhow, she's right at full term, but she come over here. She was hurting pretty bad, and this is my baby, y'all. Yeah, she's never had a pain tolerance in her life. Seriously, it's been bad. But anyhow, she come over here yesterday, and she sat here for maybe an hour. We didn't get to walk because they started coming so strong. And within 5 contractions after she got here, in a matter of like less than an hour, she had, they were down to a little under 4 minutes apart. And she was wanting to go to the hospital, and I'm like, don't go until you cry. You know, because you know, labor's hard. You know, I never got to deliver one myself. I had to have surgery. I can't read the comments because they're sideways. Oh, thank you so much, Jude. It is nothing but Jesus in me, man. It's the light of God. It really is. It is that universal violet flame, man. I'm telling you. I've learned a lot about transmutation and transmuting energies in the past 5 days. But anyhow, back to Kagan. Well, Sylvie. Some of y'all know her, Sylvie. I call her Kagan. Anyhow, one hit her, and she was real nauseous and stuff. She had really bad back labor, but one hit her, and she cried, and she screamed, and I thought she might need to go. You know, I mean, like, we always try to hold them off in case it's false labor, because I don't know about y'all, but, like, false labor sucks. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a chore going to the hospital, and you think you're having a baby just for them to tell you, oh, no, go home and wait another month or two. Hi, Miss Lou. So, anyhow, it was a little after 7 o'clock, and she decides to go on to the hospital, and she went. And she had decided beforehand that it was just going to be her and Elijah there, and which I thought was a very big decision, very, very big decision, because she's got a lot of family up here. He's got family back in West Virginia, and they're 18, y'all. These kids are still in high school, man, really. And they've done the damn thing. They really have. I'm so impressed with them. They bought a trailer. They did. They bought a trailer here in Orville, and it's a nice little 2-bedroom gig. Anyhow, they're doing the damn thing. So anyhow, at about a little after 7 last night, she went to, you know, we prayed or whatever, but she went to the hospital. And By the time she got there, her contractions was a little under 4 minutes apart, and they were lasting around 30 seconds. And I come in to meditate. Yeah, it was so hot in the backyard yesterday, I went in my room to do it. And I fell asleep. Yeah, and I slept. Something woke me up at 3:33 this morning. So I come directly outside, and I just felt the need to pray. I didn't feel any anxiety or anything like that. It was just one of those prayers where I'm just grateful for everything. And you know, I'm naming the things I'm grateful for, because somebody asked me one time, they're like, you know, what would you have left tomorrow if, you know, what would you wake up to tomorrow if, you know, if you only had what you thanked God for last night? And, you know, that has stuck with me ever since. And that's, you know, sometimes I just pray specifically that. So anyhow, I was coming out here, and it was a windstorm, man. There was a windstorm. There was lightning in the sky, and it was dry. It was dry, and it was just so, I seen a shooting star. But anyhow, it was just so, wow. I mean, it was home. I was truly with God, and I didn't know what it was about, but I was just thanking Him anyway. You know, I have a beautiful life, dude. I really, really do. No, thank you, Jude. You go do your thing. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thanks for stopping by. But anyhow, you know, we knew that Sylvie was at the hospital. Elijah had texted a couple times during the night. Not much, like 2 or 3 times. Like, you know, I'm sure, wow. Yeah, he had it rough too. So, thank you, Bridget. Anyhow, he texted me instead of the group chat and said that he was breached. And hey, Brianna, hey, darling, your little man is so beautiful. Anyhow, he was breached. So I prayed again. I actually anointed myself with moon water and prayed that time. Broke out the crystals. I never got worried, though, not the first time. I never got worried that, you know, I mean, like, there was no anxiety. There was no anxiety because I knew that this was divine. I mean, like, the Spirit has told me about this child, you know, and, you know, I wasn't too concerned. Of course, we're concerned because it hurts or whatever. But anyhow, I go, and my mom's in the garage, and, you know, she's the type, she don't sleep during anything. So anyhow, I went out there, and I told her, I'm like, Mom, I just got the feeling you know, that nobody knew. And that he had texted me, you know, off group chat, and like, yeah, so anyhow, I went and asked my mom if we could pray, and I told her why. And it was good. We decided we was going to focus on the positive, that God had promised us this and God had promised us that. And we were claiming it in the name of Jesus. We really, really were. And we were standing on those promises. And I brought God into remembrance of everything that He has showed me, of everything that this baby is going to be, man. You know, that's another live, y'all. I done a quantum healing hypnosis the other night. Anyhow, I'll tell y'all about it later, not right now. This is about my baby. And I would never steal her thunder, ever. But anyhow, I come in because I figured we'd need to go to the hospital soon. So I come in, and I thought I was going to change clothes. And about the time I get my clothes and go get in the shower, my mom comes in. She's like, Amber, let's go. And Elijah had called his mom, who was coming from West Virginia. And yeah. Anyhow, she told me to come. They had told Sylvie that she wasn't dilated. They had put her on antibiotics for UTI, and they were monitoring her. You know, she was still having contractions. Her contractions never ceased or anything. And but she wasn't progressing. She wasn't dilated at all. And they figured out the baby was breech, and she had to go to the bathroom, and his little foot come out. And that was tough on her and Elijah both. And they decided that they were going to do an emergency C-section. So these kids are at the hospital by themselves until we get there. Bless their little hearts. Anyhow, I knew that everything was okay. I was more scared about the kids being afraid. You know what I mean? Because that's their first baby, and that's their whole life. And yeah, and that's what I was afraid of, that they wouldn't know to lean on God like they should. That was my only fear. But anyhow, by the time we had got there, she had him, and I'm telling you what, man, this girl vaginally delivered this breech baby with no injury to herself at all. But because his leg was exposed, and they kept telling her not to push, he had a lot of blood flow to his right foot, his little foot, and it works and everything, the blood flow and everything's fine. It's really swelled and it's purple, and bless his little heart. But his Apgar was a 1 when he was born, and it was a 7. He was born at 5:35 this morning, and she didn't push long at all. She didn't push long at all, but his Apgar score was a 1 when she first had him, and it was a 7 within a couple hours. And I had no idea I was going to get to see him, y'all. Like, we sat in the waiting room forever, like probably till after 7, maybe 8 o'clock, and I finally sent my mom home because they said they was going to send the baby to the NICU in Canton. And yeah, so we knew that was coming, and we hadn't got to see Sylvie. You know, Sylvie was in her room, and I knew that she wasn't going to get to see her baby right away. And that happened to me with Keith. You know, I didn't see him until he was 6 days old, and it was tough, and it broke my heart for her. It really, really did. And I just wanted to hold my baby. But I sat out there for a little while longer, and they finally invited me back. You know, I don't want to smother them ever, but I want to be there if they need me. You know what I mean? I just sit there for freaking 2 weeks if I needed to. Yeah, but y'all, anyhow, let me finish, and then I'll tell y'all about why this day is so amazing, man. I mean, like, wow. Anyhow, I got to see Sylvie. She hadn't seen the baby. Well, she'd seen the baby, but she hadn't got to hold him or anything. And they were waiting on the team from Canton to come and get her. And Sylvie had done so good that, you know, they were planning on trying to release her at lunch, you know, so she could at least go. Thank you so much, Judy. So they could release her at lunch to go with the baby. Elijah was going on with the baby, and my sister was there waiting on his mom to get there, you know, making sure somebody was there with the baby or whatnot, because Elijah had to drive. So anyhow, and we were waiting on Sylvie to get released, but this child done it all with like no drugs, man. Like, yeah. And you know what she said? She's like, Mommy, she's like, I'm not in no pain. You know, she's sore a little bit, you know, she's still having contractions or whatnot, but it's just like, wow, this girl is so freaking tough, man. So anyhow, we left her in Canton with the baby and Elijah and Joy. And yeah, before I got home, she video chatted us, and she's holding her baby. She's holding her baby. They're going to check him out for a day or two, and make sure. Thank you so much. Please keep him in your prayers, Judy. Please keep him in your prayers. Next couple of days is going to be kind of rough on him. But they're going to, he was born at 5:35. He weighed 5 pounds, 12.1 ounces, and he was 18 inches long. And his feet and his hands are huge. Huge. But anyhow, I actually got to go back and see him. Yeah, they invited me back to see him. And like, I wouldn't even touch him. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to take that moment away from them at all. I didn't want to get in their way. I'm snapping pictures and stuff like that. And I got a phone call. Well, actually, Sylvie got a phone call, y'all. Sylvie got a phone call, and it was my son. And for those of y'all that know me, we've been estranged for a little over 3 years. And he asked to talk to me, and it was nice. It was nice. It was totally unexpected. He called me mommy. And he was so excited, y'all. He was so excited. I could just see him when he was 4 and 5 years old, like how excited he would get, and he couldn't hardly even talk, and he'd shake and he'd use his hands and he'd this number while he was trying to get it out, and I could just see his face, and he was so excited to be an uncle, and he was asking about his sister and teasing me about being a grandma. Because, you know, I'm a Mimi. We got a Mimi, a Gigi, a Nana, another Nana, a Nanny. We got them all. Anyhow, it was the most beautiful thing, man. And I had no idea. And he even told me he loved me before I said it. For the past 5 years, every time I've said it, he's like, and hang up, you know. And, yeah, and he's like, I love you, Mom. Dude, who can ask for any more in this life, man? I mean, like, I'm not saying that either one of us are healed enough to be responsible to have a close relationship. I do not know that. I don't know that. I'm manifesting that. But I'm totally cool if it takes another 15 years, man, because something's happened. Something has happened, and you know, like I said, I mean, I might not speak to him or see him again for 5 years, y'all, but oh my God. I talk about alignment and synchronicity, man. For those of you that followed me a year ago, you know, I was homeless, and you know, I'd talk about the way the Lord prophesied to me and stuff all the time. And the very first day I started writing it down, he showed me a picture of my son holding a child. I thought it was his child, but he was holding a child, and my daughter was leaning over him with her hand on his belly. And I wrote that down, in my book, because God instantly gave me Isaiah 40:31. And which, you know, is for those that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength, they shall run and not be weary, they shall walk and not faint. But he showed me restoration. He showed me full restoration. And, you know, he showed me locusts, that, you know, that the restoration would come to the years that the locusts have eaten. And the locusts have eaten 2 decades of mine, man. And I have prayed, and I ain't even been obsessively praying. I pray for my son every time I pray, man, but I don't harp on it. Lord, please let him call me, please let me see him. You know, I'm blessed enough, I get to, you know, steal some pictures of him sometimes off of his girl's Facebook page, you know, and I'm very, very grateful, and I try not to button his life, because, you know, I'm a placeholder. I will be here whenever he needs me, but, you know, the things that he needs to heal about me being his mother, that's got to be done. He has to do that. The only way I can help him is to get me better. And I'm trying. God knows I'm trying, man. I'm trying to heal everything, because, I got some shitty news about my mama last week, man. And I ain't had good medical news in quite a while. My iron did go up 4 points, though, in the past 2 weeks. But anyhow, yeah, I knew that was a promise. You know, I knew God promised. He told me that he would restore my family, that he would restore me and my son, and I trusted that, and I promised that. And was it hard not to aggravate him on birthdays and holidays and, you know, shit like that? Hell yes, it is. Yes, oh my God. I mean, like, this is, everything's coming full circle, man. And are we a healed family? No. Are we a whole family? Hell yeah, we are, man. You know, and like, what, you know, God puts together, no man can put asunder. You know, and, you know, and I'm so grateful that my kids know how to keep healthy boundaries, man. If they don't know how to do nothing else, they know how to create and maintain healthy boundaries. And if I have to be on the outside of that boundary for the rest of my life, man, what can I do, man? God told me he would heal my children. He told me that if I heal, that generations will be healed. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, but like, spiritual symbolism of a breech birth, a breech baby, is generational healing, man. Y'all know I'm all crazy about synchronicities and stuff, but nothing happens. There are no coincidences. There's not at all, man. From the animal, you have no idea where it comes from, that leaves footprints on the hood of your car after you wax it, dude. God speaks every way, man. He does. We just gotta listen. We just gotta be still and listen. But I have had the most wonderful day. I have been so full of peace and so full of joy, and like I don't do things like this without fear, man. And just knowing that there is one thing faithful in my life, and that is my Creator, man. And what a firm foundation to stand on, y'all. For real. But yeah, the baby's doing good. Kagan's doing good. And oh my God, I mean, like, she thought enough to video chat us when she was holding the baby. She was doing skin time with the baby and like all this new stuff, you know. Anyhow, it was just a beautiful sight. It was a beautiful sight knowing that, you know, because when she first said it was going to be her and Elijah, I kind of thought, oh, she's not wanting to hurt my feelings, you know, because my mom did raise her, man. As soon as I quit nursing Sylvie, I never went back to get her, y'all. I didn't. I could not give her no kind of life. And did I handle it right? Hell no, I didn't. But I did the best thing I knew to do at the time, dude. And that guilt's gone. But anyhow, I wouldn't have minded. I mean, of course, it would have bothered me a little bit, but I understand that y'all know how I am. But anyhow, I thought she might have said that because she wanted my mom or my sister or something with her, which would have been okay. But no, her and Elijah, they made their plan out and they stuck to it. And yeah, I'm just proud of them, man. I mean, like, wow, that young man had backbone, dude. He really, really did. I mean, like, the very first time I met him, and the very first time I met this kid, I was like, Sylvie, I mean, like, this kid gives me good vibes. Now, if anybody knows me, like, I don't say that often, you know, I mean, like, not like that, because, like, it's one thing when you meet somebody not to get any bad vibes, but I felt his energy, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've not said it like that with many, many people in my life. More here recently than probably in the past 30 years. But anyhow, man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, y'all. It really, really is. My grandma, man. Now about Costa Rica, it's going to be a little bit harder to leave. I'm not going to lie to you. And like I'd planned on leaving. Probably by the 15th of September. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was planning on, you know, leaving around the 15th of September, somewhere around there. But he come early. He was due the 4th of September, but he come early. Man, he come, yeah, sure-footed. But anyhow, yeah, I'm still going to Costa Rica. I mean, like, dude, this is divine. I didn't come up with this shit on myself, you know? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I could, you know, I've got a wild imagination, but I'm realizing there is no imagination, dude. We only think it's our imagination because it's more than we could ever ask or imagine, you know what I mean? I mean, like, God plants seeds in us, and we don't even realize it. Dude, you know, I mean, God puts godly desires in our life, and I just decided to chase mine. Man, I've chased everything in the world that led me down the wrong path, but the minute I quit chasing, the minute I quit chasing all that stuff, God broadened my path and made it a greater than yourself, dude. You can't go wrong. So yeah, this trip is divine. I don't know what's going to come of it. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm still excited about it. I mean, there's like some other stuff I'll fill y'all in on later that has, like, it's not made me question. Yeah, it has. It's made me question going to Costa Rica, dude. It's not shook my faith in God. It's not shook the fact that, you know, me going is a divine plan, and there is something that I have to go for. You know, I mean, like, I'm comfortable in that fact. Did y'all hear that? It sounds like a bird or something. I guess it's the air pump. Getting a little bit spoiled, the air conditioning, y'all. Okay, so anyhow, yeah, I'm still headed to Costa Rica. Yeah. At least till next year. But please pray for me and my family and my mama. But anyhow, I will catch y'all as soon as I can for another mind dump, because I kind of want to explain, like, the craziness that has been this move. Oh my God. Yeah, it has been better than I ever expected, but it has been an adjustment, man. And I mean, oh, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope the Lord blesses and increases you, everyone.